Why are we seeing so many children with speech and walking delays at ages 2, 3, 4, and 5? Why are we seeing so many cases of autism and learning delays when these children could already be doing certain things that they are not? What is the real reason behind all of this, and how can we fix it? Because up to now, no scientist or no one can really tell us where this is all coming from. The reality is that it's coming from somewhere because parents are seeing it all around the globe, not just the US. And the dangerous thing about this is that things are not being stagnant. They're growing. These numbers are growing exponentially. And where will we be in 30 years from now if 1 in every 31 children are seeing these learning delays? There is undoubtedly a rise in children with speech and walking delays that might have an underlying medical, neurological, developmental, or environmental cause. The problem with this is that nobody really can tell us where this is coming from. The reality is that we've seen it grow in the past decade or the past 2 or 3 decades at an exponential amount. Just to have an idea, in the year 2000, we used to have 1 in every 150 students have one of these neurological or speech or walking delays. Now, in the year 2025, we're seeing 1 in every 31 children in our schools, in our communities, and all over the world. Something is going on, something is happening. And some might argue that the medical situation or the medical conditions we have are getting better, that we are diagnosing more of these cases every day. But I remember that when I was a child 30 years ago, I didn't see so many of these cases in my school. I didn't hear about them with families, with my cousins, or in my community. And I'm seeing them a lot more often, not because I'm a doctor, because with the general situation of social development, I can see that there are a lot more cases than what we used to see. What is going on? Something is happening. Obviously, something is cooking, and we need to figure it out before we see an entire generation affected by people that are slowly and very meticulously not learning what they should. And those are going to be the same people that are going to be our doctors or the people that are going to take care of us in the future 30 years from now. There's going to be a learning experience that is going to be damaged because they're not learning soon enough. Number 1, improved screening and awareness. A lot of people say that we are diagnosing more of these cases: autism, attention deficit disorder, ADHD, and so many others, speech delays, walking delays in babies, in 2, 3, 4, or 5-year-olds, because we are being able to diagnose them more frequently. I don't think that that's true, but that could be the case. Remember that with earlier detection, pediatricians and parents are more aware of developmental milestones. And delays now are recognized because we know the milestones that every children should be having. And that we can look up on Google, we can use AI to figure it out. And it's very easy to recognize when a child should be walking and talking, and these are not doing so. Number 2, our children are having too much screen time and environmental factors that are affecting them. We have to also consider that screen time and a reduced interaction with other children are going to affect these type of developments. Excessive use of screens by young people today, or young children today, lack the incentive to play, lack the incentive to talk. Their parents are not talking to them as often. We might not be repeating to our children certain words that they should be talking about, and they're just looking at screens all day long, maybe for an hour, maybe for 2, maybe for 10, just to keep them entertained. They're just looking at it. They're not practicing. They're not moving their mouth. They're not using their tongue. They're not doing whatever needs to be done in order for these neurons to be communicating muscle cells how they should move, how they should talk, how they should walk, and they're just simply being put on a screen to be taken care of. This is real. This is a reality. This is something that we have all seen that is happening every single day. A parent does not have time to take care of their children. They will give them a cell phone, and that will handle the situation. Now, with all this coming to play, remember there is less outdoor play also. There's less interaction with dirt, with trees, with the wind, with the sun, and these also play a role. These are all sorts of physical activities that will develop situations in which the child is obligated to learn something new every day, and something that we should all know at a certain age and start developing it so that we have the skills we need to survive. Number 3, our food might be affecting us. There's no denying how much processed food we're eating every day. It is extremely high, and this number, or this massive consumption of packaged goods and ready-to-go foods that you can cook at home were not present 30 years ago. This is what our children are getting in their mouths. This is what our children are getting on the table. They're getting it when they are in our mother's womb, when they are being formed, when they are growing. From the smallest stage of small cells, they're being fed with every single chemical in these foods. And obviously, that is going to have some effect in the future. If you need something natural that has nutrients, probiotics, vitamins, and enzymes specifically for the human body as natural as possible, look for multivitamin. Look for Free Out, especially a children's formulation. Look for Kids Multi from Fineland at finelandvitamins.com. Number 5, children need more real time with their parents. Something that is also undeniable is how much time we as parents give to our children. Back in the day, our mothers used to not be required to work. One income, the income of the father, was enough to bring home everything the family needed to stay healthy and make sure that the mother could take care of the kids. This is something that is extremely important for the formation and the development of these children, of us, of our society. And it doesn't really matter if you like this idea or not. Children are meant to be with their mothers, and babies from 1, 2, 3, or 5-year-olds until they're children need their mothers for a good feeding habit. They need good nutritional food. They need good caring. They need their mothers to be able to give them milk. All of this plays a role in the development of their brains, of their functions, of their stimulus in order to have that physical activity, that speech, the way they feel, the way they act, the way they feel secured. Throwing them into a daycare and making sure the daycare is taking care of them and giving them all that caring support that they need in order to develop. This is something natural. Even a calf, even animals in the wild will take care of their babies until they are fully grown. And this is something that humans should be reconsidering. Remember to give this video a like button and share, and remember that everything you can do to your child to stimulate them, to nutrify them, to make sure that they are eating properly is going to have a positive effect on the development of your child. Don't forget to give your like button and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.